Hi, and welcome to Geek Club. In this short video, we're going to go through a type of verbal reasoning question known as insert a letter. So this is what a question might look like. Find one letter that will complete the words in front of the brackets and begin the words after the brackets. The same letter must fit in both sets of brackets. Okay, so let's look at this example. We have 4 bits of words and we need to find letters that fit into these brackets, remember the same letter, such that it ends the ska and the wi to make a word and it begins the ung and the ump to make a new word. In this case, the question is multiple choice, so we do have 5 options for letters we can use, and in this case, unless you can immediately see the answer, I would recommend trying all the options, and we can exclude the ones that don't make 4 complete words. So let's try the B first. If we did the B, we'd get scab and bung is a word, and we'd get wib and bump. Okay, bump is a word, but wib, that's not a word. So let's try the next option, which is an L. If we use an L, we'd get scowl and lung. Is scowl a word? No, it's not. So we don't need to carry on with that one. It's not the answer. We'll try the N next. Scan and nung. Nung, not a word, so N can't be the correct option. Scap and pung, if we try option D, but neither of those are words, so let's try the last one. Hopefully this does work, given the other ones don't. We'd get scar and rung, and we'd get were and rump. Well, all four of those are words, so in this case, E must be the correct answer. Okay, let's try another example. Okay, in this case, we aren't given multiple choice options. So it can be a bit trickier because we don't just have 5 letters we can test, and the answer could theoretically be any letter of the alphabet. If you do get this question and you're not given multiple choice options, the first thing I would do is to just have a look at the words and see if the answer pops out at you. Sometimes it does, usually it doesn't, and I have to say in this case the answer isn't obvious to me. So the next approach is to make a list of letters that finishes the first word and then try each of them. So the first word in this case is ha something else. So I'm going to think of words that could end ha. I could think of a few. There's hard and hair, and also harm and harp. Okay, so I've come up with a list of potential letters that could be the answer to this question. D, E, M, and P. And in this way, I've sort of made my own multiple choice options, and I'm going to try each of these letters in turn to see if any of them can make 4 complete words. So trying the D first, we'd get hard and doomer. Is doomer a word? I don't think so, so D can't be the correct answer. Let's try hair and euma. Euma's not a word, so we'll try the next one. Harm and muma. No, muma's not a word, so we can stop there. Let's try the last one. Harp and puma. Great, those are both words. And pump and puff. Brilliant, I think we've found our answer. Let's try one more example. So here we've got 4 more bits of words. Just looking at it by eye, the answer is not obvious to me, so I'm going to use my previous approach of making a list of letters that ends the first word. I can think of a couple. There's knob and not, and those are the only ones that are obvious to me at the moment. So I'm going to try a B and a T. Okay, so knob and bomb, those are both words, cheb and beak. Well, beak's a word, but cheb, that's not a word, so B can't be correct. Let's try the next one, T. Not and tomb, chet and teak. I'm not convinced that chet is a word, but now I'm a bit stuck because the only letters I could think of don't work. So what do you do in this case? Well, one option is to just try a different word fragment and think of words that can end this word. If you can't think of a letter that fits all four, then the last thing we can do is just try every letter from A to Z systematically. Now, if you're doing a question paper, just note that this might take a long time, so I'd recommend at this point that you just mark the question, skip it, and then come back to it later. But then when you do come back to it later, we'll try all the letters from A to Z. Okay, and let's try that now. We could try an A, Noah. No, that's not a word. Knob, we've already tried that and we knew that cheb wasn't a word. Knock, nod, noe, and you keep doing it. And eventually you'd find that when you get to W, this could work. No and womb, and chew and week. So working through from A to Z means that you will definitely find the answer, but it can be time consuming. Occasionally, you might find that no matter which approach you try, you can't find a letter that makes 4 words. In fact, it might be that the best letter you can find only makes 3 words. So what do you do in this case? I had that problem with this question, where the only letter that I could find that at least made 3 words was a C. It made zinc and cash. I know zinc's a type of metal. And it made chick and chap. Well, I know chap's a word, but chick, I had no idea. If you find yourself in a situation where the best letter you can find only makes 3 words, then I would suggest that you use that answer, because it could be that 4th word that you didn't think was a real word is a real word, but you just didn't know it yourself. As it happens, CHIC or chic is a word. So if I did use a C, I would have got the answer correct. Okay, that's it for this video. Here's a summary. If you get an insert a letter type question, if it's multiple choice, then do try all the letters. But if it's not multiple choice, just have a look to see if the answer pops out at you. But if it doesn't, make a list of letters that finishes the first word, for example, and try each of them. If you still can't find the answer, make a note of the question and come back at the end. And when you do, then try all the letters from A to Z one at a time. Remember, if the best answer you find only makes 3 words, then please do use that answer. If you'd like to have a go at trying some of these questions yourself, please go to www.geekclubkids.co.uk and you'll find a link to some practice questions, and don't worry, the answers are available too. See ya.